Let's start by talking about our global coverage, and the US trade deficit has narrowed to $73 billion in June, beating expectations as exports have risen 1.5%, the second highest on record. Increases in the civilian aircraft, automotive vehicles and energy commodities drove the growth, and imports also rose slightly to $339 billion, with gains in pharmaceuticals, semiconductors and energy commodities. Now, the deficit with China fell by $1.6 billion, and the trade deficit has widened in all but 2 months since August of 2023.
Okay, let's move on. And the rising strength of Japanese yen is likely to have an impact on India Inc. Now, according to reports, India Inc. needs to repay almost $2.5 billion yen debt by 2025.
All right, let's keep it going with everything that's been happening around yen. Let's get in views also coming from Europe. Now, former ECB chief Jean-Claude Trichet says that the yen's correction against the US dollar is overdue and healthy for markets. Downplaying the panic about the US economy, he adds that current data doesn't support an emergency Fed rate cut. He also attributes the yen strengthening to Japan's hawkish monetary policy, Middle East tensions and disappointing US jobs data, but also noted that the carry trade had been active for a long time, making the correction necessary. He says that there is no need to panic. This might just be the market adjustment that we needed.
And moving on, Kamala Harris and her new running mate Tim Walz are already firing on all cylinders. At a packed Philadelphia rally, Harris introduced Walz, who beamed with excitement. Now, the duo wasted no time going after Trump and Vance, launching the fierce attack. The Harris campaign also selling Harris-Walz merchandise, including the camo hat, like Walz signature style. After the announcement, Trump campaign also in an email to supporters has bashed Walz, saying that he will unleash hell on earth.
All right, let's shift focus away from that, talk about what's been happening with Google, because Google's search engine monopoly has been ruled illegal. A judge said Google's $26 billion deals with Apple and others to be the default search engine on phones and browsers unfairly blocked its competitors. This means Google can't keep raising ad prices without any consequences. The government calls it a historic win for the American people, but Google plans to appeal to this. This is a major blow to tech giants such as Alphabet, Google's parent company, and this could also change how tech companies do business going ahead.
And Airbnb's shares took a hit and dropped as much as 14% after disappointing earnings came in from the company. Now, despite a record 125 million bookings, the company warned of slowing US demand and shorter booking-led times. Revenue grew by 11% but fell short of the expectations of the street, while Airbnb's guidance for the next quarter also sparked concerns. Investors were nervous about the consumer spending, with other companies like McDonald's also reporting signs of economic pressure.
Let's shift focus to China now, because China is taking on Elon Musk's Starlink with its own satellite constellation 1000 sails. China launched its first 18 satellites, aiming for over 15,000 in low Earth orbit by 2025. That's global internet coverage rivaling Starlink and OneWeb. The move comes amid big feats that the country achieved in recent times, from its Beidou navigation system to lunar probes and a planned crewed mission to Mars in 2033.
Okay, surely keeping an eye out on that one, but we are seeing that travel warnings are piling up for the UK as riots and disorders spread. Now, 5 countries, the UAE, Nigeria, Malaysia, Indonesia and Australia, have warned their citizens about safety risks in the UK. India has also issued an advisory urging visitors to stay vigilant amidst the unrest. With almost 400 arrests made and violence in cities like Liverpool and Manchester, tourists are being cautioned to steer clear of the trouble spots. London has remained quieter, but the situation remains fluid in the UK as well.
Unrest being seen in the United Kingdom over the past couple of days, but let's also talk about the unrest that we're seeing in our neighboring country, Bangladesh. Now, we have updates on that, and Minister Jaishankar reportedly told MPs that India wants to give time to Sheikh Hasina to decide her next step. Some reports citing intel sources say that Pakistan and China are possibly behind igniting the unrest, and former Bangladesh IT Minister Zunaid Ahmed Palak was detained by authorities at the Dhaka airport. Several new appointments with the military were announced, whereas in India an all-party meet was held and the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar made a statement in the parliament as well. He expressed concern about minorities and about 9,000 students currently in Bangladesh as well.